Resorted. Chapter 2. When Harry woke up, he felt like he had been hit by a train. It hurt to walk, and he felt the sting from the knife and whip that wasn't unusual. Harry looked at himself in the hall mirror, and to his absolute horror, he saw cat ears on his head, and then he saw the tail. He had turned into a fucking cat. Oh no. No, 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 no. His uncle could overlook some glamours, but not the fact that his nephew had turned into a cat. Harry knew that he had to leave. Blood wards be damned. Harry packed his few belongings and then picked the lock on the closet that held his school supplies. He had to leave, and Sirius did say that he was welcome to live with him. When he thought of Sirius, he suddenly felt desperate to be near him, to be with him. Once he had all of his earthly possessions, he summoned the night bus even though it was 2 a.m. Harry wore a hoodie to cover his ears and made sure that his tail wasn't showing. At number 12 Grimmauld Place, Harry knocked on the door and was greeted by the ancient house elf, who grumbled about half-bloods dirtying the house of purebloods. "Creature, is Sirius here? I need to talk to him." When Harry asked if Sirius was home, his hood fell off, and the house elf saw Harry's cat ears. "Yous as being a creature," the ancient house elf spoke in what Harry could call horror. "Yous be needing rest. Creature will go get no good master, and yous just rest while I's be doing that." The old house elf had made Harry lay down on the couch in the drawing room and left with a pop, returning with some tea, before then leaving again to go get Sirius. After a while, Harry felt relaxed enough to close his eyes, and soon he fell asleep, a comforting smell surrounding him. Sunlight woke Harry from the first good sleep he had since Hogwarts. "Creature said you would be here," Sirius chuckled, and then his eyes widened when he saw the cat ears on his godson's head. "What? Is something wrong?" Harry started to panic. What if Sirius didn't like him anymore now that he was a cat? "Harry, when did this happen?" Sirius sounded angry. "I will leave. You won't have to worry about being near a freak like me." Harry started to leave, only for Sirius to grab him. "You are not leaving. You are not a freak." Sirius yelled the last part and just held Harry close to him. "When did you go into your creature inheritance?" Sirius just held Harry, angry at whoever had told his godson that he was a freak. "Last night," Harry whispered, afraid that he would be hit. He could take it from others, but just not Sirius. Harry felt like it would kill him if Sirius no longer cared for him. If Sirius hit him, Harry would have no one else to love him. "Harry, did your relatives do this?" Sirius saw how Harry looked without the glamours in place. Panicking, Harry tried to reach for his wand when Sirius just started to cry. "Why didn't you tell me this was happening to you?" Sirius was sobbing, and Harry just hugged him. "I didn't think you would care. Dumbledore said I had to stay because of the Blood Wards. Also, the Dursleys were teaching me how to defeat the Dark Lord." Harry answered, and to his surprise, Sirius started berating the headmaster. "Harry, you never should have been treated like this. And the Blood Wards? They wouldn't work because Lily was adopted by the Evans. Her last name was Emery's. Lily was a pure-blood witch, and she just acted like she was a muggle-born to protect you from those who would want to hurt you." Sirius pet Harry's cat ears, and to his horror, he started to purr. "You like that, pup?" Sirius laughed, and Harry glared at him. "Meanie," Harry giggled, and then leaned into the touch. "Creature has brought breakfast for master, and no good master," Creature said, putting a tray with coffee for Sirius, and tea for Harry, along with chocolate chip pancakes, also for Harry, and some oatmeal for Sirius. "Eat up, Harry. After you eat, I am calling the Black family healer to look at you," Sirius said, and then handed his godson the tea meant for him. Harry was nervous to see a healer. After all, Madame Pomfrey had told him that Dumbledore was correct. and that what his relatives were doing was for the greater good. You shouldn't. Madame Pomfrey said that it was for the greater good, that Dumbledore was right, and that it was making me stronger, strong enough to defeat Voldemort. When he mentioned defeating the Dark Lord, he felt a wave of discomfort. It hurt to even think about killing Voldemort. This is not how you should have been raised. If I had raised you, it would have been much different, and you wouldn't have gone through your creature inheritance at fucking 13, Sirius yelled in frustration. Harry shrunk away in fear. I am not mad at you, Harry, Sirius said, afraid that he had done some damage to his godson's mental state by yelling. Albus was someone I trusted to take care of you when I couldn't do that. Sirius was on his knees in front of Harry. If I had known, Harry, you would never have gone back with those muggles. I would have taken you away immediately, before the summer started. When Sirius kissed the top of Harry's head, they both stiffened. They felt a pull. Harry, did you feel that? Sirius had hoped he was imagining things. His own godson? Fate loved to fuck with him, because Harry nodded, and then he blushed. Do you know what that feeling is? Harry shook his head. Harry, that is the pull you feel towards your mates. But it is incomplete, because you have one more mate. The bond will be strong, and you will feel the need to mate when in the presence of your mate. In your case, mates. Sirius smiled at the shock on Harry's face. What does it mean? Harry cocked his head to the side and looked at his godfather. No, scratch that. His mate. It means, Harry, that you will want to jump into bed with your mates when in the presence of them for the first time, Sirius said, and his godson blushed and avoided eye contact. But I was with you before and it didn't feel like this. Harry was confused. It had never been this strong. Harry had been keeping the fact that he had a crush on his godfather since he had met him the year before. When you went into your creature inheritance, that changed things. Your creature sees me as its mate, and now wants you to be whole with both mates, Sirius said. And then Harry realized something. The only other person he had any feelings for besides Sirius was none other than Tom Marvolo Riddle.